Hello everyone. Did you know that mental, neurological, and substance use disorders together account for a massive share of the world's total disease burden? And that in India alone, more than 80% of people who need mental health care never receive it. Today, we are going to explore the causes of mental illness, how mental health needs change across the human lifespan, and the true scale of this crisis at both the global and domestic level. Let us begin by revisiting what mental health truly means. It is a state of well being where individuals realize their potential, cope with normal stresses, work productively, and contribute to their community. And importantly, it is more than just the absence of disorder. This rests on three components. Self comfort means feeling comfortable about oneself and maintaining self respect. Social connection means feeling right toward others and trusting and belonging to a group. And life demands means meeting the demands of life, thinking independently, setting reasonable goals, and managing emotions. Now, let us look at the biological baseline behind mental illness, starting with etiology or the causes. Organic conditions include cerebral arteriosclerosis and neoplasms, neurological and metabolic diseases, and chronic physical illnesses like tuberculosis and leprosy. Genetic vulnerability also plays a major role since heredity establishes the baseline risk. In fact, individuals with two schizophrenic parents face a risk that is 40 times higher of developing schizophrenia compared to those with healthy parents. Beyond biology, there is also a social framework contributing to mental illness. Economic and structural factors include poverty, economic insecurity, and the compounding pressures of rapid industrialization and urbanization. Relational and family factors include marital conflict, broken homes, cruelty, rejection, and rapidly changing family structures. And the psychological toll includes persistent worries, deep anxieties, systemic frustration, and sustained emotional tension. There are also several environmental triggers to consider. Toxic substances include exposure to carbon disulfide, mercury, and lead compounds. Chemical and substance triggers include psychotropic induction through alcohol, barbiturates, and griseofulvin. Nutritional deficiencies include a lack of thiamine, pyridoxine, or iodine, impacting structural brain function. And infection and trauma include prenatal or perinatal infections like measles and rubella, physical trauma, and early radiation exposure. Now, let us look at how mental health develops across the lifespan, beginning with the crucial foundation from the prenatal period to 5 years of age. Prenatal maternal care matters greatly since pregnancy represents high physical and emotional stress, and foundational mental health begins with the mother's emotional support. The first 5 years of life require a warm, intimate, and continuous relationship with both parents. It is worth noting that early parental separation or broken homes strongly correlate with childhood behavior disorders. Moving further along the lifespan, we reach the school age years and the stormy period of adolescence. During school age, the focus is on the classroom climate. Healthy teacher pupil relationships are vital for learning and emotional stability, and unmet emotional needs often manifest as behavioral issues requiring targeted child guidance. During adolescence, the focus shifts to transition hazards. This stage involves four basic needs: the need to be needed by others, increasing independence, adjustment to the opposite sex, and rethinking elders' cherished beliefs. At the other end of the lifespan, we encounter geriatric vulnerabilities. Late life mental health is uniquely compromised by organic brain conditions, economic insecurity, loss of status, and the lack of a permanent home. Throughout the entire human lifespan, there are seven universal needs that remain constant: affection, belonging, independence, achievement, recognition, personal worth, and self actualization. Let us now step back and look at the global data on mental health. Looking at this world map of age standardized disability adjusted life years, we can see that mental health burden varies significantly across regions, with several parts of the world showing particularly high rates. Globally, 13% of the total global disease burden is driven by mental, neurological, and substance use disorders. Within this, 11% of all years lived with disability globally are caused by unipolar depression alone, which is highly comorbid with conditions like diabetes and heart disease. And the estimated cumulative global economic impact due to lost output between the years 2011 and 2030 is a staggering $16.3 trillion. Now let us look closer at the Indian data. This map shows the regions covered under India's National Mental Health Survey, including states where both adult and adolescent interviews were conducted, which are marked as pink, states where only adult interviews were conducted, which are marked as blue, and the state selected for the pilot study. Looking at the scale of the problem in India, 150 million Indians are currently in need of active mental health interventions. The lifetime prevalence of mental morbidity stands at 13.7%, while the current prevalence stands at 10.6%. Looking at the vulnerabilities, the highest risk demographics include middle aged adults between 40 and 49 years, urban metro residents, women, and lower income households, while adolescent morbidity sits at 7.3%. Among the leading conditions, substance use accounts for 22.4%, mood disorders account for 5.61%, and neurosis or stress related conditions account for 3.7%. Perhaps most concerning is the overall treatment gap in India, which stands at more than 84%. Breaking this down further, the treatment gap for common mental disorders is 85%. For psychosis, it is 75.5%. For bipolar affective disorder, it is 70.4%. For alcohol use, it is 86.3%. And for tobacco use, it is 91.8%. High suicide risk stands at 0.9%, concentrated heavily among urban metro women and middle aged adults. And the median monthly out of pocket household expenditure on mental health care ranges between 1000 and 2500 rupees. Bringing this all together, we can see mental health through three connected lenses. Etiology or the cause shows us that mental health is determined by a complex matrix of organic conditions, genetic baselines like the 40 times schizophrenia risk, and profound socio-environmental stresses. Lifespan or the journey shows us that vulnerabilities shift over time. Warm parental support in the first 5 years builds the neurological foundation, while recognizing the need for independence and personal worth sustains mental health through old age. And public health or the reality shows us that with a $16.3 trillion global cost and a treatment gap of more than 84% in India, mental health is truly a systemic crisis, requiring structural, human rights based interventions. Hope you have understood about the mental health landscape, its causes, its journey across the lifespan, and the public health realities we face today. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe for more easy to understand videos on community medicine, public health, and medical education. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.